You keep fighting, but no one is attacking you. Not anymore. Look at yourself. Really look. You sharpen your blade for wars that ended years ago. You patrol borders no one crosses. You react to ghosts, to echoes, to shadows cast by your own fossilized fear. Every morning you wear an invisible armor. You scan the horizon for enemies who left the battlefield long ago. You prepare counterattacks for offensives that will never come. And you call it vigilance. But it's not vigilance. It's paralysis wearing the mask of readiness. Your body is disintegrating under this constant tension. Your mind is drowning in a flood of false alarms. You live in a permanent state of siege, besieged by your own memory, betrayed by your alert system that refuses to accept the threat is gone. And the most tragic part? You baptize this slow self-destruction as discipline. You weren't born in fear, you were trained into it. From childhood, you were conditioned to see the world as an endless battlefield. Teachers whispering, "Prepare for life." Parents muttering, "Be careful, beware." Society screaming, "Protect yourself, the world is dangerous." And you obeyed. Layer by layer, you built your psychological armor. Each precaution became a ritual. Each warning etched itself into your nervous system like a sacred law. Each "what if" turned into a chain around your potential. Now, even peace feels suspicious. Even serenity triggers your inner alarms. You've been so well trained to detect danger, you no longer recognize safety. Your internal radar is stuck on threat, even when everything around you whispers truce. You have become the warden of a prison whose keys you lost, and the bars are made of memories. You've made war your identity, and now you don't know how to exist without an enemy. You need opposition to feel real. You romanticize adversity. You fantasize resistance. You glorify pain because deep in your traumatized soul, you believe only what hurts can be noble. But here is the truth you refuse to see. You are addicted to effort. And effort is not always progress. Sometimes effort is just a golden hamster wheel. You are addicted to friction, and friction is not always growth. Sometimes friction is just the slow erosion of your life force. You're not fighting for freedom. You're fighting because peace would force you to face the void inside you. You fight because inaction would reveal the lack of true direction in your existence. The warrior in you has become a parasite feeding off your vitality. The people you argue with in your mind, they no longer exist. Not like that. Not like you keep them alive in your mental theater. Every night you replay betrayals, conversations, humiliations. You edit them in your mind. You rewrite your lines. You imagine perfect revenge, flawless comebacks, irrefutable arguments. But the battlefield has been empty for years. The enemy is gone. They've grown, changed, forgotten. And you're the only one who hasn't moved. The only one holding the trenches. The only one maintaining the front. Each morning you polish your mental weapons, sharpen your arguments, rehearse your strategies. But there is no war. Only habit. Only programming running like a scratched record. And habit is not destiny. Habit can be broken, but only if you drop the blade. You tell yourself you're strategic, that you're prepared, that you're intelligent, but in truth, you're terrified. You micromanage your existence. You overanalyze every decision. You prepare for scenarios that will never happen. You hoard tools you'll never use. You collect skills just in case. You've become a hoarder of potential, a collector of unopened weapons, an archivist of unused possibilities. All because you don't trust the present. Because you don't believe the moment is enough. Your need for control isn't wisdom. It's terror disguised as prudence. It's a prison you build with the bricks of your own fear, where you're both the warden and the inmate. Control is not safety. Control is the illusion that you can negotiate with uncertainty. But uncertainty does not negotiate. It simply is. and your war against it is what drains you. It's time to stop fighting. Not because you lost, not because you're weak, but because the war is over. It ended while you were looking the other way. It dissolved in the passing of time, in the evolution of all things. Put down the sword, remove the armor, stop replaying trauma like a macabre prayer. You no longer need to be vigilant. You must learn to be present. Vigilance looks for threats, presence looks for possibilities. You no longer need to conquer. You must learn to create. Conquest divides the world into allies and enemies. Creation unites the world in awe. This isn't surrender, it's awakening. This isn't weakness, it's metamorphosis. Let stillness become your new strength. Not the stillness of paralysis, but of the tree drawing power from deep roots. Let gentleness become your new strategy. Not the gentleness of surrender, but of water eroding stone through silent persistence. Let silence become your blade. The silence that cuts through illusions. The silence that reveals what's essential. You were never meant to be a warrior forever. You were meant to become an architect, a builder, a force of coherence in a fragmented world. War shaped you, yes. It gave you resistance, endurance, survival. But it cannot define you. It must not limit you. Now you must build a life that does not need friction to exist. A mind that doesn't feed on panic to function. You must become the one who creates what others don't even dare to imagine. Build systems, build stillness, build structures that need no enemy to justify their existence. Leave the battlefield, enter the forge. Prometheus does not want your war. Prometheus wants your mutation, your transformation from warrior to creator, from destroyer to architect, from survivor to living. Abandon the fight, begin the construction, and this time, do it without fear.